Who is Michael? By Henry Feyerabend. While visiting Western Canada in the summer of 1988, I happened to see the last part of a telecast, in which a lady was being interviewed on the subject of the cults. She asserted her authority, declaring that her study on the subject of the cults was profound, and that she could back up every statement made. She boldly declared that Seventh-day Adventists are a cult because of their understanding of the subject. Who is Michael? Like the Jehovah's Witnesses, Seventh-day Adventists believe that Michael is an archangel. Point. I have told Seventh-day Adventists a number of times that, if they would give up their view on Michael the Archangel and on the scapegoat, I would be glad to extend them thy right hand of fellowship. In corresponding with Lorri MacGregor, it became evident that her theory is based on the following premises. Seventh-day Adventists are not clear on the divinity of Christ. May I suggest you look up the 1888 Minneapolis meeting where J. H. Waggoner and A. T. Jones militantly pressed Arian doctrines against the deity of Christ. Lorri MacGregor, letter, July 26, 1988, p. 2. May I also suggest that you examine the writings of Elgin's husband, James White, who attacked the Trinity. Lorri MacGregor, letter July 26, 1988, p. 2. Second, if Michael refers to Jesus, you have angels worshipping another angel. If Jesus is the Archangel Michael, point, then we are stuck with angels worshipping an archangel. Lorri MacGregor, letter July 26, 1988, p. 2. Third, no scripture says Jesus is Michael. No scripture says Jesus is Michael, and so we conclude that Jesus Christ is not Michael the Archangel. Lorri MacGregor, Seventh-day Adventism Another Gospel, p. 2. Fourth, Michael is one of the princes. Jesus was not one of anything. Michael the Archangel is mentioned in 3 books of the Bible, Daniel, Jude and Revelation. Daniel 10:13 says Michael, one of the chief princes. Daniel 10:21 says, Michael your prince. Daniel 12:1 says, Michael the great prince. Please notice that Michael is just one of the chief princes, not unique at all. Are there many Christs, of which Jesus is just one? Ridiculous. Lorri MacGregor, Seventh-day Adventism Another Gospel, p. 2. By calling Jesus Michael you are reducing him to a category of one of the chief princes. Jesus is not one of anything. You cannot claim out of one side of your mouth that you believe in the full deity of Jesus Christ, and then apply Daniel 1:13 to him, reducing him to one of the chief princes. Lorri MacGregor, letter July 26, 1988, p. 2. The Archangel did not dare rebuke Satan. In Jude 9 we find that Michael the Archangel did not dare rebuke Satan. Jesus, on the other hand, repeatedly rebuked Satan. Matt 17:18, Mark 9:25, etc. Lorri MacGregor, Seventh-day Adventism Another Gospel, p. 2. Let us examine the authoritative statements made publicly by Lorri MacGregor. I did J. H. Waggoner and A. T. Jones militantly press Arian doctrines against the deity of Christ at the 1888 conference. Are Seventh-day Adventists confused on the divinity of Christ? It would have been difficult for J. H. Waggoner to militantly press any doctrines at the 1888 conference, as he was not able to attend the meetings. E.J. Waggoner, son of J. H. Waggoner, and A. T. Jones were prominent speakers at the 1888 gathering to which Mrs. MacGregor makes reference. What were the Arian doctrines that they militantly pressed upon the conference? Did Waggoner believe that Christ was a created being? We must dwell for a few moments upon an opinion that is honestly held by many who would not for any consideration willingly dishonor Christ, but who, through that opinion, do actually deny his divinity. It is the idea that Christ is a created being, who, through the good pleasure of God, was elevated to his present lofty position. No one who holds this view can possibly have any just conception of the exalted position which Christ really occupies. E. J. Waggoner, Christ and His Righteousness. Pages 19-20. Here are some of the statements that formed a basis of Waggoner's discourse to the 1888 conference. They are recorded in a book, Christ and His Righteousness, by E. J. Waggoner. He, Christ, must receive the same honor that is due to God, and for the reason that he is God. P. 8. When he comes it will be as the mighty God. Point. P. 11. As the Son of the self-existing God, he has by nature all the attributes of deity. P. 12. He is there as a part of the Godhead, as surely when on earth as when in heaven. P. 15. The use of the present tense implies continued existence. P. 15. Christ possesses by nature all the attributes of divinity. P. 16. Our object in this investigation is to set forth Christ's rightful position of equality with the Father. P. 19. He is the source, whence all things have their origin. P. 21. He is above all creation, and not a part of it. P. 21. He is of the very substance and nature of God. p. 22. He has life in himself. p. 22. He possesses immortality in his own right. p. 22. Life inheres in him. p. 22. Having life in himself, he is properly called Jehovah, the self-existent one. p. 23. Originally only divine, he took upon himself human nature. p. 24. Christ, in whom dwelleth all the fullness of the Godhead. p. 29. 30. Christ as God and Creator. p. 31. Christ is a part of the Godhead, possessing all the attributes of divinity, being the equal of the Father in all respects. p. 43. If he lacked one iota of being equal to God, he could not bring us to him. p. 44. In whom dwelleth all the fullness of the Godhead, he is equal with the Father in every attribute. p. 63. The redemption that is in him, the ability to buy back lost man, is infinite. p. 63. These are the points that Waggoner militantly pressed upon the delegation of the 1888 conference. Here is a tabular listing of Waggoner's key expressions on the complete deity of the Son of God, and the approximate number of times so used. All the fullness of the Godhead 15 times. Part of the Godhead 8 times. Complete equality with the Father 7 times. All the attributes of deity/divinity 5 times. Eternal power and Godhead 4 times. From the days of eternity 4 times. Integral part of Godhead 3 times. Oneness of Father and Son 2 times. Mighty God 1 time. Self-existent 1 time. Mediator from eternity 1 time. God in the beginning 1 time. Continuous existence 1 time.